Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Eric and today we are watching episode 18 of season 4 of Supernatural. So last time was a fun episode. It was a one-off. It was a monster of the week kind of episode, but it was great. It was a themed episode and Supernatural does those so extremely well, where Sam and Dean were not brothers. They were these people working at a company and they had no memories of their usual lives, and there was a haunting that they had to deal with, and it was really good. The case itself was fairly inconsequential, but like their journey in it, discovering like these things about ghosts and discovering the things about being a hunter, like trying to discover who they are in actuality. They didn't realize that that's what they were doing, but that's functionally what they were doing. They were discovering themselves again. And it was so charming, and it was really lovely seeing them without all the emotional baggage, not being burdened by that. They were a lot happier or something. You can basically always see otherwise like the frowns, the furrowed brows, the weight of all the baggage they're carrying. And it was nice having them free of that for a while. All in all, I'd say it was a really good episode. We also got to meet Castiel's boss, Zachariah. Big shot angel, I'm assuming. Middle management, maybe, who knows? Who was the one who orchestrated this whole thing. So anyways, I don't know if I have much more to say about that episode. Maybe I need to digest it a bit. But in the meantime, what am I expecting for this episode? I don't know. I don't really have anything that I'm expecting all that much. Like, it's the same old question. Like, is it seasonal storyline related, or is it a Monster of the Week standalone? Like, I don't care which one it is. Like, both are so good. Like, almost always so good. But yeah, can't wait to get into it, so let's do that. As always, though, I just want to mention the Patreon. Link is in the description down below. On the Patreon, I am like 3-4 weeks ahead, something like that. And it's also uncut. It's not edited down like here on YouTube. So if that interests you, then feel free to check it out. As I said, link is in the description down below. But with that, let's get into episode 18. Real quick aside, though, I just remembered this. When I line up the episodes and start them, I'm watching the Blu-rays. So when I line up the episode, I usually skip to chapter 2. I turn on subtitles and I skip to chapter 2, because chapter 1 is the recap, and then chapter 2 starts with the now, when the actual episode starts. When I went to chapter 2 in this one, it went like 13 minutes in. Didn't spoil anything because it was paused, it was just a black screen, but this is a different episode for some reason. This is interesting. Let's find out what happens. Hey, dude. Is he psychic? Seems to be having visions of the boys. Or dreams, possibly because he was asleep.
Investigating a rodent problem?
What about cold spots?
No, they're investigating a haunting.
You guys are LARPing, aren't you?
Excuse me?
You're fans.
Fans of what?
What is LARPing?
Live action role-playing. I know that.
You're asking questions like the building's haunted. Like those guys from the books. What are they called?
Books? Excuse me?
Supernatural.
Excuse me?
Hunt down ghosts, demons, vampires. What are their names?
I love that look on Sam's face. Like,
Didn't sell a lot of copies, though. Kind of more of an underground cult following.
Okay. So this guy we saw is
The first one, I think.
is the writer of them, and he's
Supernatural.
having visions of these guys. Oh, that's a weird version of Sam.
Mysterious woman in white lures men to their deaths.
Hey, that's the first episode. Was that Bobby? Like Carver Edlund. I think I've seen Ben Edlund in credits. Route 666 with the evil
This is
truck.
freaking insane. The last one, No Rest for the Wicked, ends with you going to hell.
Demon's storyline is trite, cliched, and overall craptastic. Yeah, well, screw you, simpatico. We lived it.
Uh,
What's a slash fan?
As
I
in
know. I know what that is.
Sam slash Dean
Yeah.
together.
Very unnatural.
They do know we're brothers, right?
Doesn't seem to matter.
Slash fiction.
That's just sick.
Well, I mean, it's not so awkward nowadays, I guess, considering the popularity of Game of Thrones and the like.
Yeah, because, you know, if we got a little bit of good press, then maybe we could start publishing again.
No, God, no.
You don't want circulation? Oh, come on.
Strong and sad and brave and sad.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, the best parts are when they cry.
You're gonna make me cry, lady.
How often do you cry like that?
All right, now.
When appropriate.
Is that supposed to be funny?
Lady, this whole thing is funny.
It's hilarious. It's also a mystery.
We are actually
Huge fans.
big fans.
Yeah, ask us anything. We can answer.
Dean's favorite song.
It's a tie. Between
Oh, yeah?
Zapp's Rambling On and Traveling Riverside Blues.
So Zeppelin for both, huh?
Supernatural story in his own words.
He's very private. It's like Salinger.
Please.
We have to find him somehow.
Big fans.
I don't know if that's a selling point. Crazed fans, you know?
I got one too.
Oh,
You are a fan.
where did you get it? On the cheek?
Approach the ramshackle.
Editing.
Sam and Dean traded soulful looks.
Is it narrating this?
I'm Dean, this is Sam.
Yeah, I don't think he was referring to this.
You've been writing about.
But for your own good, I strongly suggest you get a life.
See, here's the thing. We have a life.
Show him, you have the scar still on the arm. Show him that. Or tell them about angels, like Castiel's name, like stuff that's happened since after he went to hell, because it ended with going to hell.
Sam and Dean are fictional characters. I made them up. They're not real.
Except they are.
Are those real guns?
Oh, you're gonna freak him out.
I gotta hand it to you guys. You really are my #1 fans.
Do you know about the angels? Or Lilith breaking seals?
Wait a minute, how do you know about that?
Question is, how do you?
Because I wrote it?
We lived it.
Nice to meet you. I'm Dean Winchester, and this is my brother, Sam.
Last names were never in the books.
Ooh, that was easier than I thought.
Oh, you're still there.
Yeah, that didn't help.
There's only one explanation. Obviously, I'm a god.
You're not.
Obviously, you're
How
not.
else do you explain it? Killed your father. I burned your mother alive. And then you had to go through the whole horrific deal again.
Okay, question here. Chuck, question. Burning the mother alive? When did you start writing these books? Question. Because, I mean, you don't look that old. Sam was 6 months old, I think, when the mother burned alive. Did you write that after it happened? So did you do that in that case? Come on, Chuck.
Oh, for what?
Think
All
about
for
it.
the sake of literary symmetry.
This is also very meta.
Did you really have to live through the bugs?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What about the ghost ship?
Yes. That,
maybe you can pick something worse.
I mean, horror is one thing, but to be forced to live bad writing.
Oh, yeah, that's a meta commentary. Apparently, so the ghost ship is not very favorably looked upon by the fan base. Because I know Bugs is disliked by most in the fan base. Or like not disliked, but it's like it's a low point.
are you working on anything right now?
The latest book.
Yeah, this is what's happening now. So you were talking about them coming here.
Slaughterhouse 5 Vonnegut or Cat's Cradle Vonnegut?
What?
What?
I read.
I wrote myself at my house, confronted by my characters.
That's weird.
I'm sitting in a laundromat reading about myself, sitting in a laundromat reading about myself. My head hurts.
Yes, it's very meta. It's awesome.
Turned his back on Dean. His face brooding and pensive. I mean, I don't know how he's doing it, but this guy is doing it. I can't see
Yeah,
his
he
face.
is.
Those are definitely your brooding and pensive shoulders.
Oh, you guys are too close to each other. What's gonna happen next? Ooh, who's that? Is it Lilith or is it someone new? Because the only ones with white eyes we knew were Lilith and Alistair, and Alistair's dead. So he's a seer, I guess? He's seeing the future?
It's Lilith. She's coming for Sam.
So it was Lilith.
She's just gonna show up here?
How?
Unable to deny his desire, Sam succumbed, and they sank into the throes of fiery demonic passion.
Oh, come on, dude. He seems to be always right.
Fiery demonic passion?
It's just a first draft.
You might think it's laughable. Dean doesn't think it's that laughable considering your track record, Sam.
There's nothing to worry about. Lilith and me? In bed?
Ruby and you? In bed?
I drink until I fall asleep.
That sounds
The
awful.
first time it happened, I thought it was just a crazy dream.
Is he, like, here's, what I'm thinking a bit is, one of Azazel's kids, because he seems to be about the right age, but I thought that there were no more of those, that we got to the end of the grand tournament at the end of season 2, when Sam, or Jake technically, won, and he was the only one left. That's what I assumed. Because he is having visions, much like Sam was, and Ava.
I can't stop it, really.
You can't seriously believe.
Humor me.
We can't seriously believe that, dude.
Why don't we
Just read what happens.
You
Knew you were gonna ask for that. Yeah.
It's very convenient.
But Dean was still seeing stars.
A minivan accident?
Absently at the pink flower band-aids on his face. Is totally implausible. It's nuts.
He's been right about everything.
There's many nuts things that happens to you guys.
He slid behind the wheel of his beloved Impala and drove off. The plastic tarp on the rear window flapping like the wings of a crow.
A tarp?
Yeah, so we're just gonna run?
We are a long way from ready for a face-to-face death match with Lilith.
Something's gonna stop you. An accident with a minivan. Or this.
Across the river, you have to take that bridge.
How deep's the river?
Sorry, afraid you boys are gonna have to spend the night in town.
There's no other way out? That's ridiculous.
It's a blueprint of what not to do. I mean, if the pages say that we go left,
Then we go right.
exactly.
Yeah, I don't think you can avoid this, guys.
No fighting. No research for you.
No bacon cheeseburger for you.
Oh, you can avoid it this one time.
Oprah's girlfriend said we have the best bacon cheeseburgers in the country.
Oh, that's a low blow.
I'll have the veggie tofu burger.
I'm sure there's gonna be something wrong, so you're gonna get something else. You're gonna get what you're supposed to get.
We've got the jump on her. If we
Yeah?
know when she's coming, we know where.
You have enough juice, or do you need to call Ruby and get her here to power up?
It frustrates me when you say such reckless things.
Well, it frustrates me when you'd rather hide than fight.
Good boys, use your words.
This is a battle that we are not ready to fight.
I mean, we saw him kind of mop the floor with Alistair.
I'm so sorry. I gave you the bacon cheeseburger by mistake.
Yeah, didn't work out. You still had the bacon cheeseburger, huh?
Well, the book says Lilith finds you at the Red Motel, hence the hooker inn.
What are you doing?
Couple of hex bags ought to Lilith-proof the room.
Oh, dude, come on.
Call it a little insurance.
Yeah, good call, dude. Because Sam obviously thinks this is ridiculous.
No homework. Watch some porn.
That's not usually how that goes. It's supposed to... Yeah, it's opposite day, so... Yeah, see? Can't avoid it. Still the red inn or whatever it was he said.
Hey!
There's the minivan accident. You can try all you want, but you can't avoid destiny or fate or whatever.
I was just wondering how much you know about me.
What do you mean?
Oh,
Have you seen visions of me?
the blood drinking.
I didn't even write it into the books. I was afraid it would make you look unsympathetic.
Unsympathetic.
Yeah, very understandable. Yeah, that's what vampires do.
Scares the hell out of me. I mean, I feel it inside of me. I wish to God I could stop.
Yeah, and Ruby's constantly pushing you to do it.
If it helps me kill Lilith and stop the apocalypse.
I thought that was Dean's job.
He's not Dean lately. Ever since he got out of hell.
Come on, man, have faith. He spent 40 years being tortured, dude.
Maybe the demon blood makes you feel stronger? More in control?
Yeah.
That's not true.
Maybe it is. The guy knows your innermost thoughts.
Feeling that it all rests on your
For some reason.
Does it?
Still betting on Seer or something to that effect. Now that I think about it, like, it can't be one of Azazel's kids or something similar, because those visions were not that detailed. Like, not detailed enough to know, like, what their thoughts are. And I have no idea, so I'm just gonna wait to find out.
Just take it easy. You're gonna be okay.
He's seeing stars. Minivan, where's the colorful band-aid?
Going through a doctor phase.
What are you talking about?
Y'all better now.
Yeah, there they are. And there's the broken car, in need of a tarp. People can just break it, smash a car window like bright daylight in the middle of town, no one notices. That's ridiculous. Yeah, the crow sounds. I don't know, something about a crow when Sam read it. Don't remember the exact wording.
You look terrible.
It's because I just got hit by a minivan, Chuck.
I mean, it's not his fault.
How the hell are you doing this?
Dean, let him go.
Hey, Castiel.
He's a prophet of the Lord.
That makes sense.
You're Castiel, aren't you?
It's an honor to meet you, Chuck.
An honor. He's a prophet. Okay. Like Moses.
It's too preposterous. Not to mention arrogant. I mean, writing yourself into the story is one thing, but as a prophet, that's like M. Night level douchiness.
Well, it's not your fault.
What, like the New Testament?
One day, these books, they'll be known as the Winchester.
Oh,
Gospel.
come on.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah. I was gonna say the same thing. He's writing the newest testament, I guess. Yeah. New Testament. That is outrageous.
Really?
You should have seen Luke.
Gas station books. Oh, that's funny.
Oh, whatever. How do we get around this?
You don't, I don't think.
As he has seen it, so it shall come to pass.
Yeah. That's funny. Where's the hex?
Where are all the hex bags?
Yeah, that's what he was looking for.
Chuck is not a psychic.
No, he's a prophet.
He's a prophet.
What?
Cash showed up, and apparently Chuck is writing the Gospel of Us.
You can't escape it.
You think I'll go dark side?
Yes, okay? Yes. The way you've been acting lately, the things you've been doing, how you ripped Alistair apart like it was nothing, like you were swatting a fly.
Yeah, that should make you a bit more confident, though, that he's going to be able to deal with Lilith.
Been getting stronger, we just don't know why, and we don't know how.
It's not what you think.
Then what is it, Sam? Because I'm at a total loss.
You're not going to tell. It bothers me that they are not talking. Truth, man. It's always the best option. Boys.
Well, I feel stupid doing this, but
No, you're going to pray?
options. I'm praying, okay? Come on.
Finally. This needs to be rewarded. Yes, Castiel is here. Yes, good. Yeah, we need to reward this.
I can't interfere.
You have tested me and thrown me every which way.
Yeah, you have to give him something, dude.
I need your help. Please.
Yeah, you're asking, you're praying. Please help.
Not within my power to do.
Why? Because it's divine prophecy?
Yes.
So what, we're just supposed to sit around and wait for it to happen?
You gotta have something, some loophole. Come on, dude.
Screw you.
Yeah, very understandable.
Then when the time comes and you need me, don't bother knocking.
Yeah. Come on, you gotta do something.
You must understand why I can't intercede.
Oh yeah, what did you think of?
Anything at all. An archangel will appear to destroy that threat.
An arc?
Those are fierce.
Yeah, I imagine.
And these archangels, they're tied to prophets.
Hint, hint. Yeah.
In the same room as a demon.
And the most fearsome wrath of heaven would rain down on that demon.
Yeah, I'm not breaking any rules, just bending them slightly. Yeah, I just want to make sure you understand. Thank you, Castiel.
What are you doing here? I didn't write this.
Come on. I need you to...
No, Castiel intervened.
All you gotta do is show up and boom! Lilith gets smoked.
I'm just a writer.
You're not just a writer. I wonder how many prophets there are.
And if you don't come with me, I'll blow your brains out.
I thought you said I was protected by an archangel.
Let's see who the quicker draw is.
Yeah, the archangel might show up, but you'll still be dead. So, you know. There she is. I like that effect. It's so creepy. The way their eyes just roll up like that. Oh, that's too obvious, dude. This is where you have a double bluff.
Try a lot harder than that.
Like one on the ceiling or something. Apparently you're not strong enough for that.
But you're not that strong.
Lilith is way stronger than Alistair, apparently.
I'm offering to stand down the apocalypse.
Really?
You expect me to believe that?
Honestly?
No.
No.
Yeah, exactly. Why would we believe that?
I'll stop breaking seals. Lucifer keeps rotting in his cage. All you...
Why?
Turns out I don't survive this war.
Is that it?
Off.
Come on, that's weak conviction.
The good old days. When it was all baby blood all the time.
And what do you want in return?
That's a nice line to deliver.
Stupid enough to fall for this.
I make a deal, I have to follow through. Those are the rules, and you know it.
Oh yeah, right, because she's the Crossroads Demon's boss.
You think I'm like you? I am nothing like you.
Then prove.
You're a bit like her, dude.
Going twice.
Fine.
Oh, and that's why they're gonna bone. Because that's how you seal the deal with her.
Contract with me will take more than a kiss. A lot more.
Yeah, it's time for some fiery passion. Oh, that's weird. That's not how it was written.
I am the prophet Chuck.
The prophet Chuck. Oh, that's funny.
You see, Chuck here's got an archangel on his shoulder.
I think it's time to run, Lilith. This is awesome. Oh. What a way to introduce yourself. I am the prophet Chuck.
So deal, huh?
That's what she said.
Call the whole thing up. Angels, seals, Lucifer rising, the whole nine.
That was the gist of it.
Yeah,
She would have found some way to weasel out of it. Anyway, that's not the point.
maybe.
What's the point?
The point is she's scared.
Yeah, because she knows she's not going to survive.
She was telling the truth about one thing.
What's that?
She's,
Not gonna
yeah.
survive.
Yeah, you're going to make sure of that, huh?
Make sure of that.
Yeah. What are you seeing now?
Is it true? Is all of that really going to happen?
Yes. But what?
I gotta warn Sam and Dean.
I wouldn't advise it.
People shouldn't know too much about their own destiny.
What now?
Where are you going?
To go kill myself.
We'd only bring you back to life.
These people. Not people, angels.
What am I supposed to do?
Right.
What you always do. Right.
Yeah. Rough situation there, Chuck. Okay. So that was episode 18. That was really meta. And really enjoyable. So, we've got prophets. Yeah, that makes sense. Why wouldn't there be? But it's like, it's very weird. I mean, that's what I thought Anna might have been at first. So why wouldn't Chuck be when he sees it in even greater detail, you know? I guess what threw me off is the fact that it was so laser focused on Sam and Dean. And that didn't seem right, you know? But I guess, again, it's like their importance is so major. Unless there are a bunch of other prophets writing stories about other people. Like maybe one is writing the Gospel of Bobby. Or something. With Anna, it made more sense since she was hearing the voices of angels. And it wasn't specifically directed at Sam and Dean. But I guess, Sam and Dean are the heroes of the story. I wonder how long this Chuck has been writing for. Because he obviously didn't start at the start of the story, you know? Because he would have been a baby at that point, you know? Or somewhere around there. He looks like around Sam's age, I guess, or Dean's age. Somewhere around there, I guess. I wonder if he started at the same time as the series started. Like with Jessica dying. Or, it was a little before Jessica died, like with the going to look for Dad, I guess. I am curious because this confirms archangels. And I always assumed that there would be archangels. And like, I don't know about the other spheres and like the other like principalities and powers and what have you. But I assumed archangels because archangels are always present in some form or another. Then there's like the question of what archangels are there? Like it depends on what version of Christianity or Islam or Judaism and so on you're using. Like the one constant between all of them is basically Michael or Mikael, as more correct. But the others are, it varies greatly. Raphael and Gabriel are commonly added to it, but besides that, it can be Abaddon, can be Uriel is an archangel in some traditions, and Azrael, for instance, is usually a fallen angel, or usually, he is a fallen angel. No, or wait. Yeah. No, it's not a fallen angel. The Azrael I know of is the angel of death who leads souls to the afterlife. But there's also versions of Azrael where Azrael is the fallen one. So I'm assuming we have at least the main three. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to find out more because I'm guessing this is not the last we're going to see of archangels. We didn't see archangels, but one of them made his presence known, shall we say. That was a sick move, by the way. And I really appreciate, it was a lot of great moments in this episode. For instance, Dean praying, and then the one who answered his prayers was Castiel, and then Castiel was hesitant, and Dean finally being able to get through to him, and Castiel's like, no, I can't tell you, because you're not supposed to do that, Castiel. You're not supposed to bend the rules. That's not what an angel is supposed to do. He's becoming quite corrupted. This was a really, really meta episode, and that was really enjoyable. As with the previous episode, I just love it when they go alternative, shall we say. Alternative story structure. It's not that alternative in story structure, but yeah, it kind of is. Like when they go meta, when they go different with the episodes. I really enjoy that. Something that's really interesting about this is the fact that the prophet Chuck, which is objectively funny, is writing the Gospel of Sam and Dean. The Winchester Gospel, I guess. And What's interesting there is that Sam is included. It would be way more understandable if it was the Gospel of Dean and Sam was just like kind of present. But he's not. He's a main character just like Dean. And that is interesting because it very much seems like Dean is the one the angels are interested in. And the second part of that that's interesting is that the angels have not been interested in Dean for that long. Or that's what it looks like, at least. They haven't made their presence known until Castiel rescued Dean from hell at the start of the season. But the guy in the bookstore and like the publisher lady, it seems like Chuck started writing these books years ago, when I'm assuming at the same time the TV show started, like with the woman in white. And that is interesting. It means, because I mean, that means that heaven has always known about Dean and Sam and their importance. And we, as like the viewers, we know that they're important because they're the main characters, but why and how do the angels know that? We'll get there when we get there. Not today. It's actually for a different day. So for today, I'm done, and I thank you very much for joining me. I hope to see you in the next video. But until then, do take care of yourselves, and peace out.